Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. I'm Sino, and today we're exploring Libra, the seventh sign of the Zodiac, the scales. If Aries initiates, Taurus builds, Gemini connects, Cancer nurtures, Leo shines, and Virgo refines, Libra balances, harmonizes, and brings beauty to relationships and the world. This air sign brings us diplomacy, aesthetic sense, and the ability to see multiple perspectives. Libra season runs from September 23rd through October 22nd, beginning the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere, when day and night are in perfect balance. This timing is essential to understanding Libra. They're the sign of balance, equilibrium, and the search for harmony in all things. This is the diplomat of the Zodiac, the artist, the peacemaker who seeks to create beauty, fairness, and connection. Libra teaches us about the importance of relationships, the value of considering others' perspectives, and the profound human need for harmony and aesthetic beauty. So in this video, we'll dive deep into everything Libra, from its ruling planet Venus and airy nature to how the sign expresses itself across different areas of life. We'll explore both the gifts and challenges of Libra energy, its expression in various chart placements, and how to work with this graceful, balanced, relationship-oriented force in your own life. Let's find our center points, open to multiple perspectives, and explore the elegant, harmonious world of the scales. Libra is represented by the scales, the only zodiac symbol that's an inanimate object rather than a living creature. The scales represent balance, justice, fairness, and the weighing of options. This imagery is fundamental to understanding Libra. They're constantly weighing, measuring, and seeking equilibrium. The scales also represent Libra's connection to justice and fairness. In ancient imagery, the scales are often associated with Lady Justice, who weighs evidence impartially. Libra has a strong sense of justice and fairness, and they're deeply troubled by inequality, injustice, or imbalance in any form. The scales have equal weight on both sides to achieve balance. This reflects Libra's ability to see both sides of every situation, to understand multiple perspectives, and to find the middle ground. However, it also shows their challenge. Constantly weighing options can lead to indecision and difficulty committing to one side. Libra is an air sign, and this element is crucial to its nature. Air represents intellect, communication, social connection, and the realms of ideas and concepts. Air signs think, analyze, and understand the world through mental frameworks. They're concerned with fairness as an abstract principle, with ideas about beauty and harmony, and with intellectual connection. The modality of Libra is cardinal, so cardinal energy initiates and takes action. Libra begins autumn and actively creates harmony, initiates relationships, and takes the lead in creating beauty and balance. This surprises people who see Libra as passive or indecisive, but Libra is actually quite active in pursuing harmony and connection. This combination of cardinal air makes Libra a social initiator, someone who actively creates relationships, pursues beauty and balance, and takes the lead in diplomacy and aesthetic creation. Where Gemini, the mutable air, explores ideas, and Aquarius, the fixed air, maintains ideals, Libra initiates connection and harmony. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, harmony, values, and relationships. Venus also rules Taurus, but it expresses very differently in these two signs. Where Taurus Venus is about physical pleasure, material beauty, and self-worth, Libra Venus is about relationships, social harmony, and aesthetic ideals. Venus governs what we're attracted to, how we relate to others, what we value, and our sense of beauty and harmony. In Libra, Venus becomes focused on partnership, social grace, aesthetic refinement, and creating harmony in relationships and environments. The Venus influence explains Libra's natural charm, social grace, and ability to make others feel comfortable and appreciated. They have an instinct for saying the right thing, creating pleasant atmospheres, and smoothing over social friction. They're skilled at diplomacy because they genuinely understand multiple viewpoints and can help others find common ground. Venus in Libra can also manifest as refined aesthetic sense. Libra has an eye for beauty, design, proportion, and aesthetic harmony. They're often drawn to art, design, fashion, or any field where creating visual or social beauty matters. They can't tolerate ugliness, harshness, or discord. It physically bothers them. The relationship focus of Venus in Libra makes partnerships central to Libra's identity. They define themselves partly through relationships and often don't feel complete without a significant partner. They're oriented toward we rather than I, toward collaboration rather than solo ventures. However, Venus in Libra can also manifest as people-pleasing, difficulty with conflict, and losing oneself in relationships. The desire for harmony can become avoidance of necessary confrontation. The focus on others can mean neglecting one's own needs and desires. Venus also governs values, and Libra's core values typically include fairness, beauty, harmony, and connection. They're motivated by creating more beauty and balance in the world and troubled by injustice and discord. So let's explore the defining characteristics of Libra energy. These qualities will manifest differently depending on where Libra appears in your chart, but the fundamental essence remains recognizable. So firstly, it's diplomatic and charming. Libra possesses natural diplomatic skills. They can navigate social situations gracefully, mediate conflicts, and find common ground between opposing viewpoints. Their charm isn't manipulative. It's genuine desire to create harmony and make others feel valued. Secondly, its strong sense of justice and fairness. Libra has an innate sense of fairness and is deeply troubled by injustice. They believe in equality, fair treatment, and balanced reciprocity. They often advocate for the underdog and speak up when they see unfairness, despite their general conflict avoidance. Third, its aesthetic appreciation. Libra has refined taste and appreciation for beauty in all forms. They notice beautiful design, harmonious color combinations, graceful movements, and aesthetic balance. They often have style and create beautiful environments. Ugliness or discord is genuinely disturbing to them. Fourth, it's relationship-oriented. Partnership is central to Libra. They're happiest in relationships and often define themselves through connections with others. They're skilled at collaboration, compromise, and creating harmonious partnerships. They're attentive partners who work to maintain relationship harmony. Fifth, it's the ability to see multiple perspectives, so Libra can genuinely understand different viewpoints. They can argue both sides of an issue convincingly because they can actually see validity in multiple perspectives. This makes them excellent mediators and counselors, but can also lead to indecision. Sixth, it's social and cooperative. So Libra is naturally social and enjoys company. They're team players who work well with others and prefer collaboration to solo work. They bring people together and create social connections. They're inclusive and welcoming to diverse people. Seventh, it's peace-loving. So Libra genuinely prefers peace, harmony, and pleasant interactions. They don't enjoy conflict, confrontation, or harsh environments. They work to create peaceful atmospheres and smooth over discord. They're uncomfortable with aggression or intense emotional displays. And lastly, it's idealistic about relationships. So Libra often has idealistic views of love, partnership, and human connection. They believe in romantic ideals, soulmates, and the perfect partnership. This idealism can inspire beautiful relationships, but can also lead to disappointment with reality. Every sign has its challenges, and understanding Libra's shadow side is essential for growth and self-awareness. These aren't flaws to condemn, but areas for conscious development. So firstly, it's indecisiveness. Libra's ability to see multiple perspectives can become paralyzing indecision. They weigh every option endlessly, see validity in all choices, and struggle to commit to one path. Fear of making the wrong choice or of imbalance can prevent making any choice at all. Second, it's people-pleasing. So the desire for harmony can become unhealthy people-pleasing. Libra might agree with everyone, avoid stating their true opinions, or change their stance based on who they're with. Losing your own voice and preferences in the quest to please others damages authenticity. Third, it's conflict avoidance. So Libra's peace-loving nature can become problematic conflict avoidance. They might ignore serious issues, suppress legitimate anger, or maintain surface harmony while real problems fester underneath. Not all conflict is bad. Some is necessary for growth and authentic connection. Fourth, it can be codependency. So the relationship focus can become unhealthy codependency. Libra might lose themselves in partnerships, define their worth through relationships, or stay in unhealthy dynamics because they can't imagine being alone. Learning to be whole independently is crucial. Fifth, it can be superficiality. So the focus on surface harmony and beauty can become superficiality. Prioritizing appearance over substance, maintaining pleasant facades, or avoiding depth. Real connection requires authenticity, which sometimes means messiness and conflict. Sixth, it can be passive aggressiveness. So when Libra avoids direct conflicts, they may express frustration through passive aggressive behavior. So subtle digs, withdrawal, or indirect communication. This undermines the very harmony they're trying to preserve. Seventh, it's over-compromise. So Libra can compromise themselves away, giving up too much in pursuit of balance. Sometimes standing firm is necessary. Learning when to compromise and when to hold ground is important. And lastly, it can be vanity and image consciousness. So the aesthetic focus can become excessive concern with appearance, image, and how others perceive them. They might become too focused on looking good rather than being authentic. So the key with working with these shadow aspects is developing a strong sense of self independent of others, learning that healthy conflict can strengthen relationships, and balancing the desire for harmony with authenticity and self-advocacy. Libra in relationships is devoted, romantic, and partner-oriented. They're the sign most associated with marriage and committed partnership. Relationships aren't optional for Libra. They're essential to their sense of completeness and happiness. They're at their best in partnership. In love, Libra is romantic, attentive, and focused on creating a beautiful, harmonious partnership. They're skilled at compromise, considerate of their partner's needs, and work consistently to maintain relationship harmony. They're affectionate, appreciate romantic gestures, and want to create an aesthetically pleasing life together. Libra needs intellectual connection, shared values around beauty and fairness, and a partner who appreciates their diplomatic nature. They need equality in relationships. Imbalanced dynamics trouble them deeply. They want a true partnership where both people contribute equally and respect each other. The Libra approach to conflict is to discuss calmly, find compromise, and restore harmony quickly. However, they can also avoid necessary confrontations or suppress their true feelings to maintain surface peace. Learning to engage in healthy conflicts is important for relationship growth. Compatible signs often include fellow air signs Gemini and Aquarius, who share Libra's intellectual focus and social nature. Fire signs Leo and Sagittarius can also work well, providing passion and excitement. The opposition sign Aries can either be highly compatible or challenging, offering the independence and decisiveness that balances Libra's partnership focus. Earth signs might find Libra too idealistic or indecisive, while Libra can see Earth signs as too practical or serious. Water signs might overwhelm Libra with emotional intensity, while Libra's mental approach can seem detached to water. However, with maturity and mutual understanding, any combination can work. The key for Libra in relationships is maintaining their own identity within partnerships, engaging in healthy conflict, and balancing their own needs with their partners without losing themselves. Libra energy thrives in careers involving relationships, beauty, justice, diplomacy, and social connection. They need work that allows them to collaborate, create harmony, and contribute to making the world more beautiful or fair. Ideal careers include law, mediation, arbitration, and human rights work, where their sense of justice and diplomatic skills shine. They excel in counseling, therapy, and relationship coaching, where they help others create harmony. Diplomacy, international relations, and negotiations leverage their ability to find common ground. Libra also shines in creative fields, so art, design, fashion, interior design, photography, where they can create beauty. Event planning, wedding planning, and hospitality suit their desire to create beautiful, harmonious experiences. Public relations, marketing, and customer relations use their charm and social skills. Beauty industries attract many Libras, so cosmetics, aesthetics, spa services, or anything enhancing beauty. They're also drawn to art curation, gallery work, or aesthetic criticism. Partnership-based businesses suit them as well. They work better with partners than solo. Social justice work, advocacy, and nonprofit leadership appeal to Libra's fairness focus. They're also natural in hospitality, customer service, and any work requiring tact and diplomacy. Consulting and advisory roles where they help others find balanced solutions is also ideal. The key for Libra professionally is finding work that feels socially meaningful, involves relationships or beauty, and allows them to create harmony. They're not suited for isolated work, harsh environments, or fields requiring aggressive competition. Libra's life purpose often involves teaching others about compromise, showing the value of considering multiple perspectives and creating more beauty and fairness in the world. They're here to connect, to harmonize, and to remind us that relationships and beauty matter. So Libra energy expresses uniquely depending on where it appears in your natal chart. Let's explore the key placements. Libra Sun. Your core identity is relationship-oriented, diplomatic, and harmony-seeking. You're here to create balance, build bridges between people, and bring beauty into the world. Your life purpose involves developing partnership skills, learning to balance self and other, and creating harmony without sacrificing authenticity. You shine in relationships and social situations. Libra Moon. Your emotional nature needs harmony, beauty, and partnership. You process feelings through discussing them with others and seeking balance. Emotional security comes from harmonious relationships, beautiful environments, and social connection. You're uncomfortable with emotional intensity or conflicts and need peace to feel emotionally safe. Libra rising, you approach life through relationships and seeking balance. Others see you as charming, diplomatic, and aesthetically aware. You may be physically attractive or have graceful presence. Your life path involves developing partnership skills, creating harmony, and learning to balance independence with connection. Venus is your chart ruler, making its placement especially important. Libra Mercury, your thinking is balanced, fair-minded, and considers multiple perspectives. You communicate diplomatically and tactfully. You're skilled at seeing both sides of arguments and mediating conflicts. You think best in dialogue with others rather than alone. You may struggle with making definitive statements or commitments. Libra Venus. So Venus is at home in Libra, giving you refined aesthetic sense and strong relationship focus. You're attracted to beauty, charm, and social grace. You express love through creating harmony, aesthetic experiences, and attentive partnerships. You need a partner who appreciates beauty, values fairness, and shares your social interests. Libra Mars. Your drive and energy are expressed through partnership, social causes, and aesthetic creation. You pursue goals through collaboration rather than competition. Your anger is suppressed or expressed indirectly. You're motivated by creating beauty, achieving fairness, and building harmonious relationships. Direct confrontation is uncomfortable for you. Libra Jupiter. Your growth and expansion come through relationships, partnerships, and social connection. You find wisdom through dialogue, considering diverse perspectives, and study of beauty and justice. Your luck often manifests through partnerships, social networks, or artistic pursuits. You believe in fairness, beauty, and human connection as paths to growth. Libra Uranus. You experience breakthroughs through unconventional relationships and revolutionary approaches to partnership. You may rebel against traditional relationship structures or create unique partnership models. You need equality and independence within relationships. You're learning to balance freedom with connection. Libra Neptune. Your spirituality is expressed through unconditional love, aesthetic beauty, and transcendent relationships. You may idealize partners or have unrealistic relationship expectations. There's potential for inspired artistic creation. You're learning to balance romantic idealism with grounded reality and find spirituality through authentic connection. Libra Pluto. You experience profound transformation through relationship crises, power struggles in partnerships, or confronting shadow aspects through others. You have intense relationship patterns that undergo changes throughout life. You have power to transform through creating true balance and authentic partnership. You're learning about healthy power dynamics in relationships. The house where you have Libra in your chart shows the life area where you're meant to create harmony, build partnerships, and seek balance. This is where you'll be most diplomatic, relationship focused, and aesthetically aware. So how do you work with Libra energy? Whether you're a Libra or want to work with this energy consciously, here are practical ways to harness the scale's power. For Libra individuals or strong Libra placements, firstly, develop a strong sense of self independent of relationships. Second, practice making decisions without excessive deliberation. Set time limits. Thirdly, learn to engage in healthy conflicts rather than avoiding all disagreements. Fourth, spend time alone to reconnect with your own preferences and opinions. Fifth, state your true thoughts even when they differ from others. Sixth, balance giving in relationships with receiving. Seventh, remember that not everything requires compromise. Sometimes you can just choose. And lastly, notice when you're people-pleasing versus authentically connecting. For everyone, especially during Libra season, first, focus on key relationships, strengthen connections, and restore harmony. Second, beautify your environment, redecorate, organize, add aesthetic touches. Third, practice seeing situations from multiple perspectives. Fourth, work on compromising in a conflict you've been stuck in. Fifth, engage with art, music, or beauty in whatever form speaks to you. Sixth, advocate for fairness or justice in some area. Seventh, practice diplomatic communication in challenging conversations. Eighth, collaborate with others rather than working alone. Ninth, pay attention to balance in your life, so work and rest, giving and receiving. And lastly, appreciate beauty around you consciously. Remember, Libra energy teaches us that relationships are essential to human flourishing, that considering others' perspectives enriches our own understanding, and that creating beauty and harmony is meaningful work. Libra, the seventh sign of the zodiac, teaches us about balance, beauty, and the profound importance of relationship. This cardinal air sign reminds us that we're social beings who need connection, that fairness and justice matter, and that creating beauty and harmony enriches everyone's lives. Whether you have significant Libra placements or simply want to cultivate more of this energy, the scales offer essential lessons. They show us that strength includes considering others, that creating harmony requires active effort, and that beauty and aesthetic grace are genuine human needs, not superficial luxuries. The highest expression of Libra is the conscious partner and peacemaker, someone who creates authentic harmony without sacrificing truth, who brings beauty into the world through their presence and creations, and who reminds us all that we're better together than apart. So thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into Libra. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone who would benefit from understanding this gracious, balanced sign. Drop a comment below sharing your Libra placements or experiences with this energy. I love hearing from you. But until next time, stay blessed, beautiful souls, and I'll see you in the next video.